got to know how to lie to tell the truth. And that's something that's a word. In order to be able to tell the truth reflectively, you got to know how to lie. I'm crazy. Like, if you
I don't fuck with rappers, man. They just be putting words together, making that shit sound good. Then you run it back. Like, nigga, what the hell you just say?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. The easiest way to get a quotable off, Drake do it really well. He always take two polar opposites. Cold hearts on heated floors. That's a bar easily. So all I had to do was say, yeah, in order to tell the truth, you gotta be a good liar. That's it. Easy shit. You feel me?
Wow. Now that you broke down the science behind it, I
promise
you,
everything you say gonna sound prophetic as hell. I mean, I can experience the highs because I done seen the lowest lows. And then everybody be like, oh my God, like, I love this nigga.
Damn, that's a basic recipe
Yeah,
too.
bro, just take two contradictions. You will contradict your way into money, contradict your way into relationships, contradict your way into goddamn love. I'm telling you.
Not that shit works.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I'm a soft person because I grew up in rough conditions. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, just try that more and watch how everybody around you gonna be like, yo, Nyla be talking that shit. Like, damn. What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Patrick. Just dropped a project called The Calm.
I used to want to save the world till I realized saving the world don't do much for a nigga.
What's up, Nyla? We need to talk.
What's going on, guys? Symone here with another episode of We Need to Talk. And today I got a very special guest from Jersey. We got Chris Patrick in the building. How are you?
I'm doing very well. We got to be specific. North Jersey to be specific.
You really don't got to be specific. Please don't do this.
I mean, we have to, though, because like it's important that people understand which side of Jersey I came from.
Why?
Like, because North Jersey and South Jersey are different. South Jersey was influenced a little bit more by Philly. We still fuck with them. But North Jersey was kind of its own thing. And we do have traces of like Brooklyn. Like we kind of intermingle with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like South Jersey is literally like Philly little brother.
What?
I swear to God. That's really how it was. And Central Jersey don't really exist. I went to school in Central Jersey, but it don't really exist for real.
No, this is not how you just gonna. Nah, y'all just don't exist. Y'all just there.
It's the culture though. Like that's the thing you gotta understand. Like it's North Jersey, Central, and then South Jersey.
What is Trenton and what's Camden?
So like Camden, I would say is definitely South Jersey. Trenton kind of falls a little bit closer to South in the middle, but again, I went to school out there, so it kind of be central to me. After you start passing like Rutgers, you start moving out of North. Yeah.
I can't with how biased Jersey is.
It's not biased, it's the rules.
You guys are only biased within Jersey though.
No, it's not biased, it's the rules, it's the culture. Like
Says
when you go to Atlanta, you gotta respect the zones, right? Like everybody got their own zone that they from, so it's damn near the same shit in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So like respect the culture.
So you are from North Jersey.
Yeah. We love all Jersey, but I'm specifically from East Orange, New Jersey.
East Orange, okay,
Yeah.
Yes. Lauren Hill.
Yeah.
A lot of greats come out of East Orange.
Absolutely.
I respect it. Fine. I tried to have like a break the ice moment, and I'm like, yeah, I used to live in Jersey. He's like, oh, wait, you're like from the other side. I'm like, oh, God.
And granted, too, there are some amazing people that come from South Jersey. Like, my dog Soul Child, she from there. Like, she's an amazing rapper from there. I fuck with her OD. Like, you make me like South Jersey again. But like, you know.
Now you made me like South Jersey again.
I love I'm all jokes and shit. Like, I really do love all Jersey, but there's amazing people coming from both sides. However, for a little bit of time, we were a little divided. And I feel like now, especially with music, you find more of that all meeting at the middle.
Nice.
Pun intended. You know
I love that. That's good.
Absolutely.
All right, so before we get into your new project, let's just do some backstory to who Chris Patrick is, how long you've been rapping. We know where you're from, but like, let's talk about your influences.
Okay. Shit, where should I start? What you want me to talk about?
Shit, influences, because Jersey does have a lot of different cultures and ethnicities, especially North Jersey.
Facts. Melting pot for real. You know, I feel like growing up, for me, like obviously Lauryn Hill was something that they was playing in the crib a lot of times. I ain't started listening to rap until I was like maybe like 10, 12 years old type shit. Like my pops really wanted me.
Is that the 50 Cent era?
Yeah, nah, I was really introduced to Wayne and Cole. Like it was Wayne. I had a homie back in like 5th, 6th grade who was just raving about Lil Wayne, and he had this iPod that had, you know, like it was cracking, burning the iPod, all the tapes, and we was just playing them shits and like aftercare and shit, and that's when it started like sparking my whole idea of like, yo, rap is crazy. Like this is really some shit. Cause I grew up on like the Mary J. Blige's, the SWVs, Earth, Wind and Fire, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what my household was.
Yeah.
And then when I get introduced to Wayne, I'm listening to Cole now, I'm listening to Drake. I'm walking in the crib talking about 50 Cent got way more than just X, Y, and Z. Like, Pop's looking at me like, where the hell you get all this? Then I, you know, I did like a week with my uncle one time, and he was playing me mad 50 Cent. And I don't think I ever told my pops this, but he was like, my uncle, he played some of the unedited shit, like when it was cussing. He's like, yo, don't trip, I know your dad let you listen to this. And I'm thinking, he ain't never let me listen to this shit.
But you was like, yeah,
But like that really impacted me in like moving forward. Like I just fell in love with rap around that time, you know what I'm saying? I think, what was it, Sideline Story might have came around that time, and I was just like a super Cole fanatic. I could not believe that shit. Like this nigga was rapping and they was talking to me, and I'm like in the 6th, 7th grade relating to this shit. Like I ain't had no kid on the way, but Lost Ones just hit me in a way that made me realize, yo, there's so much more to R&B.
Yeah. Dang, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a good story. I love that. Cole's obviously one of my favorites. But I love that he had such an impact on you too. 50, Cole, and Wayne.
Yeah. Drake too.
And Drake.
I thought Drake was the anomaly at the time because like my homie was clowning him because he was singing and stuff like that. He was like a prodigy of Wayne. He was introduced as a prodigy of Wayne and he was singing. Yeah. But I had always found it interesting, like, yo, he came out with Best I Ever Had. Like, this is singing, but this is good raps, too.
Yeah.
And I was so, like, just perplexed by that. Because, again, I'm listening to Cole, I'm listening to Wayne, I'm listening to 50. 50 having inflections of the melodies and stuff, but Drake over here trying to sing and shit.
Yeah.
That started sparking some shit in my mind, too. It's like, okay, there's a world where rap and R&B aren't exclusive. They can exist together.
Yeah.
And I feel like I started to find a lot of my identity in that.
You know, it's funny, because I didn't even realize that rap existed as its own thing and R&B existed as its own thing, and until like I talked to older people.
Yeah, there was plenty of niggas who was trying to sing on them raps.
Yeah, but for us, it's like that is the norm.
Yeah.
For me, at a blog era though, I thought Wale was the anomaly.
Oh man.
Drake was in there, but Wale was like, well, it was probably regional too for me. But
yeah, for sure.
I mean, the nigga was a poet. Nigga was just.
It took me a little while longer to get on to Wale, but when I finally had got it, like started to dive into the discography, I realized even he had a very elite pen that folks just slept on. We had did my homie Dende, he had did an R&B festival maybe 2 years ago, and I had went with him and performed. Wale was on the bill. Bruh, I didn't realize how many hits that nigga got. Like,
he got hits
after hit after hit after hit. He had another one like Big Sean too, like hits after hit after hit after
different
hit.
areas too. Like he can take you to the club with no hands, but then he can make you fall in love with matrimony. But then
if there was anybody who spoke to the women, he did it effortlessly.
Yeah.
Like it was almost like that was his mission.
Shout out to Wale. I do feel like he's like the black woman's favorite rapper. And
For
Cole.
sure.
Him and Cole.
For sure.
Yeah,
it's crazy how like women came to like Cole and stuff too. Like Workout was one of those moments that really like opened it up for him, and he ain't really see. I wouldn't say he specifically saw that, but I know the world was looking at him and it was like, what is this? But again, that's one of the moments for me where I thought, yo, this is bigger than rap. Mm-hmm. You're doing something amazing. And Power Trip hit.
Oh, it was over.
Oh my God.
It was over.
That Crooked Smile, ladies was loving him.
I know.
Swear to God.
Damn. Are we suckers? I feel like we're suckers for the lady records. We are.
Yo, the lady records are the ones that open up the world to you. Yeah. Swear to God, bro. I've seen that shit happen in real time.
So are you going to be giving us some lady records? I really like your introspective records. I mean, they're not catered to me, but I just like hearing your thought process and where you're at in the world.
No, thank you. I do appreciate that. I got a bunch of lady records, believe it or not. I had this one song on the last project called Oakland Interlude. It was going very, very crazy. Had a good time with that. On this project, we got a song called LA Girls, and there's another one called Atlanta Interlude.
Oh, yes.
LA Girls. Right. That's my one.
Let me pull up the notes now.
Holy shit. I'm a little nervous. I'm trying to sweat.
No, don't be. All right, well, let's start with Numb, because you sampled Alex Vaugh, So Be It. I was like, oh, we're off to a great start. I love this sample. What made you want to do AV record?
You know, like.
Wait, did you produce this project?
I did not. My boy, the nigga name is Boy Yanel. He the one who produced that joint.
You did a really good job.
He went very, very crazy on that song specifically. And I heard it and it clicked to me very, very quickly. I'm a big fan of Alex Vaugh. That So Be It record, like, I've driven in the car late nights bumping that hoe. Just like, damn. She really
in your bag?
Yeah, in my bag. I'm a late night driver. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's definitely a nice joint to play on. Like, Alex Vaugh, I love you if you see this. Like, and like I love her entire project. I think Summer Walker got a remix too.
Yeah.
And that shit just made me so happy because I love Summer as well. Yeah. But like I felt like the way the sample was flipped and the drums Alex was really honest on So Be It. So I felt like it was important for me to be like really honest on them. Like I was in a little situation before with an indie label and shit, and I got out of that shit, and I felt like there was a lot of time spent sitting around, and I feel like that record specifically captures so many different moments that I went through from like 2022 to like the early part of 2023 type shit.
A process.
Yeah.
How do you stay, I guess, motivated when it comes to dealing with the business part, I guess, of the art?
You know what's funny? I feel like going through some of the shit I went through helped me become more business savvy. I would be a liar if I told you, oh yeah, I just kept my head on straight and just said, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, nah, I was in a space where like I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be able to keep making music type shit. So like for me, the biggest thing I did in that moment of time was just try to learn as much as I could. Try to figure out where we were going right, where we were going wrong.
Yeah.
take what was going wrong. It was a lot of hard conversations. Like me and the guys, we already know it was a lot of hard conversations that we had to have. But like those shits were really important to bring us to this point that we're at right now.
Yep.
And I feel like through the entirety of last year, from talking with the guys, even like reaching out to just talk to other people for like advice. Like shout out Barry and Zeke. Them niggas really looked out and showed a lot of love in terms of just helping us build out a lot of cool shit. So like from all those conversations we was having, I feel like it helped propel us into a better space. Obviously, we still working out of some shit, but like it's a lot better than it was a year ago.
I love that.
Absolutely.
And I love that it's Barry and Z.
Those my dogs, bro.
Good people.
I be calling Barry Uncle Barry because he be ranting, but he be right.
He be ranting.
He be right. He be ranting for sure.
He be ranting. It be pissing me off. I gotta be honest. It really do. Because sometimes it be like, all right, I get it. Leave me alone. But he'll still keep ranting.
Yo, Barry call you and be like, let me say something. And it'd be a smooth hour conversation, and it'd be right though. Like he be on his shit, but it'd be right though for real.
Nah, he's smart. And I really wish his tweets should really be like a more updated class of like how to work in the music industry.
I be telling him he an influencer. He don't want to hear me, but
he is. Nah, nigga doing AT&T ads
you
now.
feel me? Talk about it.
But
hey.
I want to say, so I know you spent time in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You spent time in LA.
Yeah.
In spending, and I'm gonna get back
Chicago
to the project.
as well.
I'm sorry, in Chicago.
Yeah.
But in spending time with like those different cities, like where did you grow the most and in different aspects? Because I feel like with Atlanta, you can learn a lot business-wise, but then like LA, you can kind of grow more like on an artist tip.
You know what's crazy? I actually learned the most in the city of Nashville. I lived in the city of Nashville for an entire year, and I would drive to Atlanta.
I need to explain how and when you moved to each of these cities. What the fuck?
Yeah. So I've really lived in Nashville for a whole year. Like last year, that was the craziest trials and tribulations type shit.
Why?
We was doing some shit with the indie label, so we was out there type shit.
Okay.
But Atlanta, I spent a lot of time there just kicking with some of the homies like Marco Plus, Deontay, Suave, Ben Riley, those my dogs. LA, did a lot of work out there. My homies like Gary Biddy, a lot of them niggas out there. And in Chicago, my engineer, he out there, Elton. Whole class of studios, like I be there. That's where I get all my projects done and shit like that. But I feel like each place specifically taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like from a musical standpoint, I think I learned the most musically from Chicago. Cause like I was in the studio with them like all the time, just learning, hearing different things and shit like that. Like craziness. LA, we took a little break from going to, but LA, it just showed me how polished everybody was, and that kind of like made me think to myself like, okay, we gotta build the branding and the marketing. And then Atlanta, them motherfuckers just work like dogs, and like I always had that dog in me, but like when you go around other dogs, it really just pushes you. So like that's been my favorite thing about each of the cities. Like they just teach you a different thing. Nashville though, as I come back from these cities and I go back to Nashville, one thing that I realized is I had to ruminate with them thoughts. I had to think about all this shit. I'm spending a whole year not really dropping music. I'm dropping features. I dropped 2 songs. I'm watching all my peers go crazy. I had to combat a lot of things. Like I had to look at jealousy within myself, insecurity within myself. I had to just like find peace with who Chris Patrick was. And I feel like that helped build a lot of confidence for me. Like I'm literally, it was me, Miz, Colin, Noah, Austin, Dende, in Nashville, just every day. Talking, building this shit out, you know what I'm saying? At one point, me and Miz living in the same crib type shit, and we there for the last 6 months at Nashville every day, just scheming, talking about everything. And I feel like those moments were so important to bring us to now. Like I got confidence out the roof now, not like on no cocky shit, but I'm really confident in just what we've built to this point because we done been through the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, that's beautiful actually.
I try.
That really is. That's beautiful. Salute to you guys. that it's good that you're not alone in this because. Yeah. This shit is not easy.
At all. People think it's an easy journey, but like artistry is hard, bro.
Yeah, people think this shit is cute. You just show up, like, no, you really. So.
But everything too, like what you're doing, what I'm doing, what Matt's doing, it's all the journey. It's all the process that comes with highs and lows. Nobody talks about the lows as much as we talk about the highs. Yeah. But I've realized over like just talking with a lot of the rap homies, like we all going through the same shit together. Yeah. Everybody damn near experiencing it, and we do a real good job of hiding it. But I feel like, seriously though, we do a really good job of hiding that shit. Yeah. But like, I feel like the progress comes when we all speak because we learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, just calling people up and asking for advice helps out with everything.
I like that. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna skip to the last record on the project, The Calm, only because I feel like the things you talked about on there are kind of similar to your time in Nashville. But the line about Instagram, therapy, narcissism, and missing people. I was like, damn, nah, this is...
You hit all the buzzwords.
You was really going through a period. Was this like Were you writing this when you were in Nashville?
No, I actually wrote it when I came back to Jersey, but it was me reflecting on all the time that I had spent there. Because like, I feel like one of my, just being on some transparency, I feel like one of the things that might have held me back was that I always try to like be there for people. It's not a bad thing, but I think I've poured so much from a pot to the point where I didn't have much to pour anymore, and it was hard to progress as a person.
Yes,
so like,
it is.
Unfortunately, you know, I feel like I went through a lot, not realizing that, and I feel like through my selfishness and understanding that maybe I did have some narcissistic tendencies. Like, I think that helped me become a better person. I feel like when you start to conquer it, no cap though. If you look at all the shit that's like the flaws and the things that we don't want to address about ourselves, and we bring it to all the good shit, I feel like we build like a really good human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I know that I'm a selfish person when it comes to my work, it's gonna help me dictate how I set up boundaries for my relationships with people.
That's true.
Because like, I can't overextend my hand to people if I know I can't actually get at.
That's true.
Like, I want this music shit bad more than anything, and it's to the point where like, it's unfortunate how like sometimes I've lost relationships because of that, but like I've also accepted that like this is the path I chose for myself. I can't half-ass into it. If I'm gonna make that run and attempt to be a star, I gotta accept everything that come with that shit.
Yeah. Say yes to everything that aligns and no to everything that doesn't.
And it's a lot of tears. It's a lot of tears, bro. I'm telling you, it's a lot of tears, bro. Like, I really believe that love in itself is allowing yourself to let go of the things and the people who may not serve what you're doing, not out of the fact that like, oh, it don't work for me, but it's to be kind to them. Because if I can't be there for you and you expect me to be, you're going to be disappointed in me. And if I'm in my work mode, I can't even be there for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to make hard decisions to just lock in on myself. Yeah. So I feel like that's what the record really...
this is good stuff, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
good stuff.
I feel like that last record really sums it up. Like, from all the shit I went through, I think what I ultimately came to is just I have to forgive myself for those... Like, I have to forgive myself, not for like any mistakes I made per se, but just forgive myself for not realizing who I was very long ago. And almost asking myself to forgive, like asking others to forgive me for who I was.
Man,
I don't got no harsh, I don't got no problems with nobody and no ill intent, but like I just know that my desire to be great is so overwhelming that like it'll consume everybody around me if I don't draw the proper boundaries. For real.
Hey, that's some real nigga shit right there. I like that.
I try.
Something else you mentioned was that
the Cole line?
No. It seems like you want to talk about that. You want to talk about that? We can.
A lot of people bring up the Cole line, but figure out what you think about. We can talk about the Cole line if you want.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. What the hell was I talking about? It was you're just saying how when you were in Nashville that you pretty much took the year off, minus like the features and stuff that you did. But in doing that, you're seeing people. It feels like passing you by. But it's not passing you by. But I guess, like, what did you do to kind of reassure yourself, like, you're in your alignment? You know what I mean?
We just kept working on this project. I ain't gonna lie. Once Miz moved into my crib, like, I think that was around, like June or some shit like that? June, July? Once Miz moved to the crib, we had a project. But I just felt like, personally, we had both decided, like, the project just wasn't, not strong enough because of the music, but it wasn't strong enough because of the narrative. And in that moment, I don't know what happened. I don't know if we was talking or somebody called me. It might have been like my homie or my mama called me. And it might have been something along the lines like, you just got to weather the storm. And that shit just stuck with me. I was like, damn, like, I feel you because we really in it right now. My pops kept telling me like, yo, you in it right now. And you might not be able to see that you're working through it. But as soon as you get out of this or start to make headway on it, you'll be able to see everything more clearly. Yeah. So I feel like from that moment, we started to literally put together the idea of like weathering the storm. And this calm, I feel like, it was a long year. We ain't dropped in 2 years. But like the calm, I feel like covers a lot of what happened at the end of 2022 all the way up to like the early 2023 type shit. Yeah. So I had to live with that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, Take Time for Myself.
I love that song.
Is that your favorite one on the project?
That's one of my, I got some really good verses on there. I got some other favorite songs.
That's my favorite one on the project.
Sheesh.
But what's yours? I'm curious.
Actually, my favorite might be The Calm. That's my favorite verse. The Calm verse is so crazy. It's just so honest.
I think that's the best record on there, as in like, bar, skill.
For sure. Thank you.
And, what's the other word I'm looking for? Content.
For sure.
Like I like music for either like I can relate or it's admirable. You know what I'm saying? So I think that one covers that.
So when I call myself a narcissist, you was like, I felt that.
Or
no,
like,
I
didn't.
Like,
I
okay,
was like,
I had to make sure.
Let's unpack this. Did he just admit to being a narcissist?
I had to.
Crazy.
I had to look at myself and was like, okay, maybe I could work on this.
But even the fact that you were willing to admit that you're a narcissist made me feel like you're actually not a narcissist. Actually is what I thought when listening. Like, I ran it back and I'm like, interesting. All right, let's talk about it. So I just wrote down.
I just try to be real self-aware with myself. I don't have a problem like throwing things at myself because I feel like the more honest I am with myself, the easier it is for me to grow. If I run away from some shit, it's not gonna really help me. But I gotta be honest with myself.
That's real. Shit, more people need to be honest with themselves too. Understand your place in reality. But I like take time for myself. One, because of the message, but two, I just love the flow on there. Like that.
Thank you.
That was what inspired that record.
I mean, life for sure. I think when
he said it's all real shit.
It's all real shit. You know what I'm saying? We was going through some interesting shit that we had to work through. You know what I'm saying? I think I was driving away from my DJ Dojo. He martial artist Kev Brown. It's my dog. And I was just on the road and I heard the beat and I just started. I used to want to save the world and I realized saving the world don't do much for a nigga. And I had it as a voice memo, literally in my phone. And I was just like, I'm gonna come back to this shit. And then from that, I feel like I just sat down. Like maybe a couple days later, I sat down and the shit just started flowing. Started telling the story about just like a lot of stuff I had to do. Because again, I told you like I feel like I overextended my hand, and I feel like I hurt more people overextending my hand when I didn't have much to give because I had to pull back. And it's like you can't overpromise and not deliver, and that's why I feel like I fell short. So I feel like that Take Time for Myself record was reflecting on that shit and realizing like this is like a result of a lot of the shit you ain't handled from overpromising on people. You know what I'm saying? Like all of it wasn't my control, but I try my best on these records to just focus on me. You know what I'm saying? I
like it. What are you doing now to take time for yourself?
Reading books. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's my shit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, definitely did that. I got to start this Will Smith book, low-key.
Nice.
That's been helping me a lot. I've been watching a lot of movies. I actually went 2 months without playing video games. I've just been working on music. So, like, I just got back into that playing with my brother and shit like that because, like, I ain't seen him in a long time.
Fire.
So I just been doing that. But, like, I don't have a problem saying, like, hey, I can't go out or I got to chill because, like, I realize more than anything, just having time to myself is more important.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hit that on the head.
Feel me?
Oh, God, what was I going to say? Not take time for yourself. It was something that you said right before that. All right, fuck it. It's leaving.
Cole line?
Huh?
The Cole shit?
Oh, yes.
That's
hilarious.
Yes. I love that one. What was it? I thought me and Cole was the moment that made this shit worth it for all of the bad. But I met him and felt fucking empty and realized that happiness ain't really last. I'm starting to question what really matters. That was such a crazy line for me because, like, again, I was down bad. We in Nashville. The homie Marco Plus literally called us and was like, yo, come to the store. Da-da-da. I'm like, what you mean? I'm in Nashville. He like, nigga, I don't care. Come to A. A lot of shit was happening to A, and I ended up pulling up over Tree Sounds and shit, and there was like a lot of people there, a lot of Dreamville niggas. I guess Cole's working on his project and stuff like that. And like growing up, again, like I told you, I got introduced to rap with Wayne and Cole, and I'm thinking to myself, like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, like this is crazy. Like I had ran to a lot of Dreamville folk, like Jig, Dog, Kyle's cool as hell. I had met Vaugh for the first time, I believe. My other homie Ron Gilmore, he played piano for Cole, so like he had told me slide too, so I was over there with him and shit like that. But I met Cole that night. Like I met Cole that day, and it's crazy for me because as good of a feeling as that was, I feel like there were so many other things around me in my life going on that it kind of like made me feel like, okay, this is the moment you always waited for. But what did it actually change for you in a sense? And it was a nice milestone. Like I met Cole on some cool shit.
Yeah.
But it was like there's so many more things going on. Like I'm still figuring out my shit.
I
gotta figure out life. I'm going through a lot of just relationship shit with people I really like fuck with and shit. One of my homies I got arrested that exact same day, and we didn't know till the next day.
Damn.
And we supposed to link him that night, and I ended up going to slide to the stew, and I ended up meeting Jcole type shit. But like that shit in my head is so weird the way it all happened. So like for me, when I look back on that shit again, I feel like when I touch on that narcissist stuff, it's like, damn, all of this love and this vibe that I put into pursuing the goal for myself is amazing, but it comes with a lot too. You sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
And that's just some shit that still runs in my mind to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
It is.
It ain't got nothing to do with Cole. Cole didn't do nothing to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just think in that moment, like, damn, I met Cole, but it didn't feel the way I wanted it to feel or the way I thought it would. Yeah.
I think I realized that too. I had that moment too. I wouldn't even say it was with Cole in particular, but I think once you get in the business and you start meeting the people that you once looked up to, you just realize, oh, I could do this shit. Yeah. Honestly, if it's anything it taught me, it just taught me, oh, I could do this shit.
We all people.
Yeah,
we all people who have achieved a lot of different things. the man that's in front of you that you're looking at, like, okay, this is the guy or the woman that you're looking at, like, they failed just as many times as we did.
Yeah.
Type shit. Like, it's all the same shit for real.
Yeah. But I don't think that's narcissism, like putting yourself first.
I appreciate you saying
and
that.
I think we have to stop, like, putting that. I know, like, that's, like, the
for real.
buzzword right now. And Twitter,
The
like, he's
buzzer.
a narcissist. But it's like, putting yourself first is not narcissism. It's just smart in this climate.
It's funny because I feel like depending on how, like, a lot of us grew up, not everybody sees that. Because, like, you know, some people come from the space where, like, it takes a village. And it's not that it doesn't take a village. It does indeed. But, like, at some point, you do have to make that decision on how far you want to go with this. And there was something just, like, screaming out in me, like, I got to either make this jump or I just can't. And it was unfortunate, but I had to make the jump.
It will take a village you to death. Okay, let's get into, oh, my God, you. I like you.
Good.
I like you.
Songs for the women.
Yeah. You did say that.
I told you, like, come on.
You did say that. Yeah, I like the message on you. Talk to me about well, you don't have to tell me who inspired it, but or what inspired it, or you seem disappointed to even say
who
it.
inspired it? Like, damn, like, all right. I mean, the song is called "You LA Girls." Who inspired it? LA girls. But they're not like native. They're not native LA women. They women who grew up elsewhere and they live in LA. So they like transplant, like grew up in Detroit, grew up in New Jersey, but she moving through it, like, you know.
I'm a transplant too. I get it.
You feel me? So like I just you know, dealing with some really dope people. But again, that was another introspective moment too, because I had to also realize, okay, I'm dealing with these people, or I'm falling in love with everybody. Maybe it's the Pisces in me. I don't know.
It's definitely the Pisces. I told your ass before we walked in here. I knew it.
Listen,
that's all good. Dude.
I'm working on myself though, and I feel like I'm way better. I'm way better than that. But
Okay. I'm entertained.
Yeah.
I'm entertained either way.
You know, I just met some people and they really had me, you know, really inspired. Like, I don't know how it go for everybody else, but sometimes you get outside, fuck with somebody, and it's like, damn, head over heels for this person. But I don't even really know this person. You don't really know me like that. We gotta get to know each other type shit. So it's like kind of trying to like figure that shit all out essentially. I don't know if I should. I would say
you don't gotta say who.
No, I'm not saying who it is. But I will say one of the people I talk about on LA Girls is like direct correlation at like Atlanta Interlude. Like those shits are hand in hand essentially. So like that's cool shit. Yeah.
I gotta go back and listen.
Hey, look, I look like this. Sometimes just dealing with people, it show you a lot about yourself. You learn a lot.
That's true.
And I feel like from one of them experiences in LA Girls, the experience on Atlanta Interlude, just understanding like sometimes you hurt people and it's okay. And like just because we hurt people, it don't mean that we necessarily aren't capable of receiving love. Like that was some shit I really learned from Shorty. So like that was important.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah.
Damn, you've been going through some life fucking lessons with this tape. I'm not gonna lie.
They're calm out now.
Yo, but you're remaining calm, so that's good.
Absolutely.
All right, let's play this game. It's called Questions That Need Answers. All you have to do is fill in the blank.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's lighthearted. The older I get, the less I blank.
Older I get, the less I get distracted.
Look at his Pisces ass growing up. Yes, we love that. All right, you would never believe me if I told you blank.
You would never believe me if I told you that I opened up for Travis Scott when Birds in the Trap sing Midnight Drop.
Wow.
Yeah. Swear to God, back in 2017, he came to my college at the time, and I had won some competition at my college at the time. And I got a chance to open up for Travis. So that was pretty fire.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was like my second, third performance ever. So I was just like, what the fuck? And at that point, I kind of decided, like, oh, I'm going to do this shit.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Hey, once you get those moments, that's like God's confirmation, letting you know, like, yeah, keep going. I was like,
I know this is the time to do this shit.
That's tough. All right. I can't believe I actually blinked when I was younger. Were you always into music? Did you play sports? Was you bad? Did you get kicked out of school?
I can't believe what I do when I was younger that I just can't believe I did. I don't know. I think I was cool with all the shit I did. I don't got no problem with it. I was cool with all the shit I did. I don't think I can't believe I did nothing type shit. I played Ding Dong Ditch on my house before. That was dumb.
On your own house?
Yeah, my dad beat my ass. He whooped my ass, bro. Oh my God. I was a little kid too. I was just like, my homies was doing it, so I was like, oh, let me do this shit. I did that shit one time. I don't even know if he remembered that shit. But he gave me an ass whooping, brother, and that shit was like, okay, don't do that again.
You know what? Shout out to Black Dad. You guys are very important.
Shout out to my pops, for real.
I'm a little embarrassed by the fact that I know so little about blank.
I'm a little embarrassed that I know so little about... What I'm embarrassed that I know so little about. I don't know. I think I know what I know about what I know.
All right.
If you hit me with some shit, I'll be like, okay, cool. I don't know about that. But
Wait, I want to mean that. I know what I know about what I know.
you feel me? Like I know what I know about what I know. Like,
Oh shit, no, that was funny. Okay. Sometimes I look back at my life and blank.
and cringe. You feel me? I was just doing some silly shit. Like it don't got nothing to do with nobody else but myself. Like I know for a fact I was doing some lame ass shit. But that's all about growing up type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
I just was like, okay, I cringe, but I'm happy where I am now.
We like the growth.
Absolutely.
My personality trait is blank.
Personality trait is damn. What the fuck is a personality trait?
Oh my God, that explains it. Yeah, that should explain it actually.
Is determination a personality trait? I don't know.
Is
Shit.
what, determination?
Determination, understanding,
No.
caring, kind,
Yeah.
understanding.
What's the personality trait for him?
You see what I'm saying?
I feel like calm.
Calm, yeah.
Oh
That's
God,
good.
no,
Yeah,
that's good. That's good promo.
I like
That's
that,
good
I
promo.
like
I like that.
The calm out now.
That was good promo. Look, the calm is out now. We got Chris Patrick in the building. Shout out your gram, let everybody know where they can follow
Hey
you.
man, you can find me Chris Patrick on the gram, Chris Patrick on Twitter, Chris Patrick on TikTok. My name's actually Chris Patrick. Shout out my mama. Shout out my dad. Shout out CXI. Shout out all the homies. Shout out Nyla. She was in South Jersey, but it's still shout out her.
Oh my God. Until next time, guys.